Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. I know, right? Second video today, but there's a good reason why. First off, it's raining, so I have nothing else to do, but most importantly, I am at the perfect place in my life to film a brush collection video. And you guys have been asking for this for months, so I figured it's raining, I have nothing else to do, I'll bring you a brush collection video. So if you guys want to know about my makeup brushes, pretty much my entire collection minus like 3 or 4, then keep watching. Also, there's raining, there's cats fighting outside, and the lighting in here is kind of weird. My face might flare up. Just how the lighting works in here. I'm sorry, but this is the best place to film. The reason why this is the best time to film my brush collection is because I think this is the first time in like 2 months where all of my brushes have been majoritively clean at the same time. I clean my brushes like every other day. I'm very OCD about making sure my brushes are always clean, so there's always some that are wet or drying or cleaning or cats fighting, and for some reason like they're all clean minus 1 or 2. I should probably go stop that. So the 1 or 2 that are a little bit dirty are like blush, so it's not like liquid or cream foundation where it looks kind of so that's why I figured it would be a good time to finally film this for you guys. And also when I say it's most of my collection, when I moved my vanity, when I got my vanity, I moved all of my makeup from the bathroom to my vanity setup, and my cats were like eating some of my expensive brushes, so I had to throw away one of my Chikuhodo eyeshadow brushes, and the other ones that I put in in a brown box, cardboard box. Can't even say words. I can't find that box anywhere, and it has 2 more Chikuhodo eyeshadow brushes and one of my Suku brushes, or my only Suku brush. So they're not going to be part of this collection, but if I ever find that dang box, I will update it and be like, I found you. So yeah. So this video might be a little long because I think I have around 70 to 100 brushes. I don't even know. My cats are crying. It's going to be a fun video, guys. And I'm going to kind of talk about them briefly. So what I'm going to do is, if you guys are more interested in my luxury, higher end makeup brushes, the ones I tend to collect more than just use every day, I'm going to timestamp in a comment below where you guys can skip ahead to that portion of the collection if that's the only thing that you care about. Other than that, let's jump into the video. Start off with my IT cosmetic brushes. These are some of my favorite brushes ever. Now, they're synthetic brushes, they're really easy to maintain, they're high quality, they're not cheap. They're not expensive, but they're definitely not on the inexpensive side. My favorite line from IT Cosmetics is the Velvet Luxe line. These you get at Ulta. I think I've got 5. This is the 322, the Plush All Over Shadow. This is the first one I got that I love. I use this one all the time on my eyes. It's great for blending and just applying shadow. It does a fantastic job at whatever an eyeshadow brush is supposed to do. This is the Plush Powder 313. I use this to apply bronzer, and I use this to apply blush. I really love this one. This is one of my most reached for brushes just in general. I think this took the place of one of my Morphe brushes. I think it was the E3, I don't remember. This is the LBD Powder 307. I use this to set my foundation. It's a great brush for that. This is the Velvet Luxe Buffing Foundation 301. I love this for like very fluid foundations, like the YSL Fusion Ink Foundation or the La Mer, the Soft Fluid Foundation. This is phenomenal for those types of foundations. They are so good. I also like to use this for some cushion foundations. I prefer to use the cushions. I really like cushions, but if the cushion is dirty and it's being washed, I will actually just kind of dump this into the cushion and use this for cushion foundations. It's really good for that. And last is one of my favorite brushes ever. This was an impulse buy, but it was well worth the purchase. This is the Empress Fan 324. This is a bronzer and contour brush. I love this brush. I know the light's doing weird things, I'm sorry. Love this brush. This was so happy I picked this up. This is amazing, and this makes contouring and bronzing so fast, so easy, so good. So if you guys were looking for a really good kind of like giant fan brush, dude, check out the Empress fan. It is phenomenal. Then here are the other random IT Cosmetic brushes I have. Most of these I got from Ulta. This is the, I think I can't even read what you are. I don't even remember what this is because the little number's gone, but this is an eyeshadow brush. Fantastic for blending. Those are my cats fighting. We're just gonna talk through it because that's my life. That's why it's Beauty Meow, because of cats. This is the Love Beautifully IT brushes for Ulta. This is a blending concealer brush. Again, that is my life. This is really great because I have giant pores on my nose, and when I put foundation on, even if I use really good primers, sometimes, you know, you get the holes if you have giant pores in your nose. Just part of my life, genetics, live with what I got. This is really great for packing in the primer and then blending out any foundation or really setting that area to make my nose look like it doesn't have any pores. Love this brush for that. And then we've got the IT Cosmetics Heavenly Luxe Flat Top Buffing Foundation, number 6. This is another really great flat top brush for foundation. I know, obviously, I'm just regurgitating the same words, but it's good. Then another favorite brush is, this is the Heavenly Luxe Airbrush Powder and Bronzer, number 1. This is another brush I love using for just help setting my face. So good. I use this one practically every day, and when this is being washed, I use this one. So these are like some of my favorite face brushes. There is a brush I got that I thought I would love from IT Cosmetics, and it's one of my least grabbed for brushes, and I'm going to tell you about the brushes I love and don't love in this collection. And it's this brush. It's the Heavenly Skin Bye Bye Pores Powder number 701. This is a really dense brush, but there's something about it that I don't like. I just don't reach for this. I might use this for buffing and setting. I don't know. I rarely, if ever, reach for this one. So this is probably, out of all my IT Cosmetic brushes, my least favorite, and one of my least favorite brushes in general. Next up is a set of brushes from my brush set. There's like this thing on Instagram where they sent you like a free set of brushes, and I was interested in artiste brushes, and I wanted to see which type I liked. So I figured I'd try these because these are like not real artiste dupes, but they're like wannabe artiste brushes. So, you know, I did an entire like blog post on them where it was kind of like a haul and I talked about them. I actually don't dislike these. They're pretty good. They do a really good job of applying your makeup. They're really easy to clean, and because they were so inexpensive, like free, if anything happens to them, I'm not going to be heartbroken like if it was one of my artiste brushes. I do have a few artiste brushes. So yeah, these aren't bad. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll just kind of hold up the entire set for you. These are them. They're good. They're not bad. Again, they're not artiste brushes though, and there is definitely a difference. Let me just throw that out there. But for free, they're not bad, and they live in this little bag, but I'm not using them. Next up is a set of brushes from my brush set. There's like this thing on Instagram where they sent you like a free set of brushes, and I was interested in artiste brushes, and I wanted to see which type I liked. So I figured I'd try these because these are like not real artiste dupes, but they're like wannabe artiste brushes. So, you know, I did an entire like blog post on them where it was kind of like a haul and I talked about them. I actually don't dislike these. They're pretty good. They do a really good job of applying your makeup. They're really easy to clean, and because they were so inexpensive, like free, if anything happens to them, I'm not going to be heartbroken like if it was one of my artiste brushes. I do have a few artiste brushes. So yeah, these aren't bad. I'm not going to go through all of them, but I'll just kind of hold up the entire set for you. These are them. They're good. They're not bad. Again, they're not artiste brushes though, and there is definitely a difference. Let me just throw that out there. But for free, they're not bad, and they live in this little bag, but I'm not using them. This is the one of them that I use all the time, and this has been used quite thoroughly, and I clean it all the time, so they're really easy to clean and take care of, so I wanted to show you this. I'm going to now show you just random brushes. Some of these are from sets, like, you know, when you get a palette and they give you a brush. These are dollar store. These are just random brushes that I get from like drugstore makeup and just things like that. I'll start off with my two favorite ones actually, and then I'll get into others of the favorites. This guy from NYX, this is the O2. This is a powder brush. This is phenomenal. This is such a good brush. I recently got this and I'm just in love with it. I use it all the time. It's so good. And then this is when Walgreens had their like Disney villain like makeup line, you know, where it was like 10 bucks and you got like lip gloss, or like Maleficent's was brushes. I found them on sale for like 25 cents. So I bought them just because I like Maleficent. But this angled brush is really, really good. I love it. So I definitely use this all the time. And then the other Maleficent scent came with like this concealer detailer brush, and this duo fiber brush, But, you know, for 25 cents getting a pretty awesome angled brush, I am not complaining. I use this one mostly for lipstick, actually. And other brushes I have, I got this one. This is from Women's Legend. It's like a double-sided eyeshadow brush. I hate double-sided brushes. I don't know how to store them properly. This is the Duo Fiber Brush Buffer 003 from the Skin Fetish kit from Pat McGrath. This is an okay brush. It's not horrible. I'm love or hate with Duo Fiber. This is the e.l.f. brush that everyone likes to compare to the NARS brush that kind of looks like this. This is so good. Save your money, get this brush. I promise you. And when you see some of my brushes, I have expensive brushes. I'm just saying, if you don't need to spend the money on a brush and you get something for like $6 that does the job of a $60 brush, get the $6 one. Then you got $54 more to spend on more brushes. That's my mentality. This one is fun. Oh my goodness. Okay, so Glamour Dolls has partnered with Lisa Frank to make like a Trapper Keeper eyeshadow set, which I know is going to suck, but I got it anyway, and it's on pre-order just because I love Lisa Frank. But this is just like a unicorn angled brush. It's alright. It's a little too, I wish it was a little bit denser, but I got it because of Lisa Frank. It was like $5. Then this is, let me grab the other NYX brushes. So these are the other NYX brushes I got. This is for eyeshadow, and this is for eyeshadow. I actually really like NYX brushes, guys. If you haven't tried them, they're pretty good for a pretty good price. But you want to know what brushes I love? Let me show you what brushes I love. These like dollar store e.l.f. brushes are freaking amazing. This one I kind of just use for like liquid eyeshadows, but these guys right here, these detailers are so good for eyeshadow. I love these so much. I use them all the time. So like, you know, for $1 a piece, definitely check out these e.l.f. brushes. So good. Next up, we will talk about Real Techniques. Again, like I said, this video is going to be long. I'm sorry. Let's talk about this one set that I got randomly just because I think I was like, oh, I could use some more brushes, because I am always in the mindset I could use more brushes. So it was this set. It's the Real Techniques by Sam and Nick. Let me just say, I like half of them, I dislike the other half. This is like a little detailer brush. Yeah. This is supposed to be a pointed foundation brush. This is way too small. This is better for concealer, but I have other concealer brushes I like more. But these two are pretty good. This is the buffing brush, and this is a contour brush, and I love when contour brushes are shaped like this. This is also really good for highlighting and under eye baking. So, love these guys. And then everyone's kind of familiar with the way these look. This is the, oh, I don't even know, RT. This is the 202. This is supposed to be an eyeliner brush. I use this for brows. This is the 300. I use this for highlighting. This is a fantastic brush. I love it. And then these are two eyeshadow brushes. And this is the 200 and this is the 203. I do like Real Technique brushes a lot. They're pretty affordable, and I have been enjoying using them. But those two from the set, I wouldn't have bought on their own. They came with a set, which is really nice, but Yeah. Next up are my Sephora branded brushes. I'm going to start off by talking about these guys. I don't know if you're familiar with these, but Chikuhodo and Sephora collaborated to create these uniquely shaped, or as uniquely shaped as you can get with makeup brushes that are synthetic. So I believe Chikuhodo made them, but with synthetic ingredients or synthetic materials. I used to be able to read hiragana, so I used to be able to read the little names. I don't remember. I know that this is a tapered powder, this is an angled powder, and this is like a small powder or buffing. But this little guy right here, their concealer brush, is amazing. I love this one. I use this one all the time. And then next, I have a Pro Brow Pencil. I use this one for brows. It's like the only brow pencil I use for brows. There are some that I got in a set that I used to carry with me in my bag. They're just a variety of eyeshadow pencil brushes. They're okay, they're not bad. This is like one of my favorite little brushes ever. I got this when I became rouge. This is the Mini Pro Flawless Airbrush. I love this for contouring my nose and doing contour. It's really, really good. And then one of the first set of brushes I ever bought, I was all proud of myself, was Sephora Professional set. I think you got like 20 of these and like a little cute little kit, like a little belt or something, and they were a great way to figure out what types of brushes I like. I got rid of most of them, but I kept these guys. This is the 43 fan brush. This is the 61. This is a lip brush. I don't like flat tip lip brushes though, but whatever. I prefer like angles, so I might cut that down. I don't know. This is the Stippling 44. This is the eyeliner 22. This again is brows, not eyeliner. And this is the smudging 11. I do like this one a lot. A little hot in here, so I put my hair up. Okay, next are my Luxie brushes. And if you guys watch my channel, Luxie brushes always are a part of like my monthly favorites because I just love them so much. So these are my Luxie brushes, and will you believe I've never bought a single one of them individually? They all came as part of like subscription boxes. So the very first Luxie brush I ever got was this guy. This is the Small Tapered Blending 231. It's fantastic. I love it. And then I have this guy. This is one of my newer ones. This is the Precision Foundation, the 660. I use this one for baking my under white and sweeping away bakes. It does a great job. It's also nicely shaped for contour, so I like that one. This is an angled brush. I really love angled brushes as I just kind of drop it. We're just going to keep that in because I don't want this video to be crazy long. This is the 504 large angled brush. This is great for contour or bronzer or just whatever you'd use an angled brush for. This one is fantastic. I have two of these guys, one pink handled, one purple handled. This is the Luxie 522 tapered highlighter. I use these all the time, so I actually like having two of them because one of them is constantly always being washed. So I use the other one and then I kind of switch them out. So these are great. And then I've got this. This is my least favorite Luxie brush, but it's still not a bad one. This is the Duo Fiber powder, as you guys know. Love or hate for me with Duo Fibers. I'm not the hugest fan of this one, but out of all my Duo Fiber brushes, this is my most favorite. And then I've got this Luxie 514 blush brush, which is another phenomenal brush. Alright, next, right before my higher end brushes, we're going to talk about some of my name brand brushes, various brushes. So like Too Faced, Tarte, Anastasia Beverly Hills, Hourglass, and Kevyn Aucoin. This is my Tarte blush brush. I forget what it's called. There's not a number on it, but it looks like this. It's pretty cute. Does a good job. This is the Hourglass. This is the brush that they released when they released the Seamless Foundation, the stick foundation. I love this brush. Some people love it, some people don't. I love it. I think it does a great job. But if you already have a brush like this for foundation, you probably don't need this, but I really enjoy this brush. Definitely happy I picked it up. This is a Too Faced Kabuki retractable brush. I use this sometimes. I forget why I got it. I think I thought it was cute for travel, but meh. And the next up are two of my favorite brushes. You guys see me talk about this. This is the A23 from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is an amazing highlighting brush, and then another amazing blush brush. This is the blush brush from Kevin Kwan. So I love these guys a lot. Okay, so real quick before I get into my expensive brushes, I figured I'd share with you guys my sponges. So these are my two beauty blenders. They are almost ready to be chucked. I use them every 4 months and then I get rid of them. And then these are two that I'm trying out from Echo Tools, and these are two Real Technique sponges. So those are the sponges I'm currently using. Also this Laura Mercier Poof Poof. And then real quick before we get to my expensive brushes, I forgot about this set. So let me grab. This set was this guy's. These are from Muse, who's a Korean beauty blogger. And these are her Muse White Edition, or Muse Beauty White Edition brushes, and I love these. These are fantastic. So we have this 170 rolled powder, we have the 171, this is a flat powder, this is the angled foundation. I love this brush. This brush is phenomenal. This is the 172, and this is another contour that's kind of like shaped like this, which I just freakishly love. This is the 174, then this is the 173. This is a angled blush brush, and then we have various eye brushes right here. These are all great, but this is the best eyeliner brush ever. I keep this little guard on it because it's so good. I don't want to ruin it. This is amazing. I wish she sold these individually because I'd buy like 4 or 5 of these just to make sure I always had them on hand. So I love, and there's a cat pulling on me. Pancakes, what are you doing? Love these Muse White Edition brushes. Definitely. You can only buy them in a set, but it is well worth the investment if you want some really nice brushes that are very soft, easy to maintain, and really beautiful. Love them. Okay, from this point, this is where the timestamp will start. This is where I'm going to get into my more luxury brushes. These brushes cost $50 or more, some of them way more, or around that cost. We're gonna start off with a brush that I'm not too fond of, but I don't know why. I think I bought it just because I thought it was cute. This is the Guerlain Terracotta brush, and this is scratchy. This is so scratchy. It's not soft at all. I do not like this brush, but I keep it because it's cute and it's got a little case. But do not like this brush. Let's move on to brushes I do like. Now, when I was trying those brushes, these guys, the dupes for Artis, I actually was interested in maybe getting a full set of Artis brushes. Hold on, let me. It's a little better. It's a little better. I don't know. I realized that as much as I liked all of those brushes, I thought that it was a waste of money to get an entire set because you're not going to use all of those brushes in that style. Some of them are good for some things, but I think it's much better to buy them individually. So I was like, okay, I'll buy 1 or 2 Artis brushes and see which ones I like the most. But I was unsure what handle I wanted, so I'm still kind of looking. So I have these 2 different handles. I think these are the ones that you can only get from Neiman Marcus. This is the Oval 6. I believe this is the Oval 8. And I can tell you right now, I hate this handle. I love this handle. This is so much more comfortable to hold. This is made of plastic. So it kind of feels like this. I mean, it's a little bit more sturdy than this, but you know, it makes me feel like this. Like it won't crack, and this might like crack. I don't know. The difference obviously is in how this is a little bit flatter and denser and softer. So these are fantastic brushes. I've used this a bunch. I cleaned it. It looks near new after every time I use it. I love it. Same thing with the Oval 6. I really enjoy these brushes. I use this one more for powder, and I use this one more for liquid foundation. But they are great, and I do enjoy my Artis brushes. And then I only have 1 Tom Ford brush, but I might get more. I'm not the hugest fan of all of them, so kind of like the Artis, I pick and choose the ones I want. My favorite was the, I don't know if this is the 90 or the 06. It's the cheek brush. It's the blush brush from Tom Ford. This is a fantastic brush. I love it. And then I have this brush from Le Métier de Meow. I believe that's how you pronounce it. I'm really bad at pronouncing things, so there you go. This is their foundation brush. This is a duo fiber. I do not like this for foundation. I actually really like this for bronzer. This is fantastic for bronzer, so I do use this one a lot. And then I have these two, you guys, this is the newer one to my collection. This is the bronze brush from Marc Jacobs, and this is the La Mer, the powder brush. I love both of these brushes so much. I use them all the time. They're great. So these are definitely worth the investment. They are on the expensive side, but well worth the price tag. Now, instead of breaking this up into brands, I'm going to break these up into types. So I'm going to show you my my face brushes last, but I'm going to show you my eyeshadow brushes first. And these are a mix of 4 different brands, I'm sorry. This is a blending brush from Le Métier de Beau. Fantastic crease brush. Love this one a lot. Then I have 2 Surratt, let me find them. Where are you? These are 2 Surratt eyeshadow brushes. I use these for packing. These do a fantastic job. Although this is an eyeshadow brush, sometimes I will also use this for concealer. It's great. I love these brushes so much. They are well worth the investment. And then the only Chikuhodo eye brush I have is this one. This is from I believe it's the Takami or the Takumi series. So this is the T6. This is so big and so fluffy and so perfect for setting any primer or concealer I use to prime my eyes before I put on eyeshadow. Love this one a bunch. And then these are all my Wayne Goss eye brushes, and I love Wayne Goss brushes. It's one of my favorites. So this is the, where's the number? This is the 19. This is the 18. This is the 06. This is one of my favorites. This little detailer pencil brush, the 20. Love this one a lot. And this is another favorite of mine. If I can remember the number, oh, there we go. It's the 03. Love these brushes. 2 face brushes I wanted to talk about separately. This is the Wayne Goss foundation brush. This is the 01. This is another duo fiber brush. I actually really dislike this brush. Out of all my foundation brushes, this is one of my least used. I do like the fact that it's angled, but I wish it wasn't duo fiber. So I'm gonna have to say this is a Wayne Goss brush that is a pass and a fail for me, which is saying something because I really love his brushes. I don't like this one. I do love this one. This is the Cashewin Face Cleansing Brush. Now I have this one, and then I have the cleansing, it's like a Tatcha limited edition set where it was purple and it had a lacquer bowl, and it's really beautiful, and I use that to cleanse my face. But that's not part of this because this is makeup brushes. And although this is a cleanser brush, I actually use this for really stubborn to blend like blushes and bronzers and makeup. This will blend anything like a dream. I definitely want to pick up more Cashewin brushes, but I do love this one a lot. And then one other thing I wanted to show you guys. This is what is in my bag. This is what I travel with. I know it's a little dirty, I'm sorry. This is a Cashewin brush set. So you've got, you know, a little eyeshadow groomer. This is like a lip brush. This is a cheek brush. This is kind of like a little eye sponge, and then an eyeshadow brush. And I love to travel with this. This is great. This wasn't cheap. I think this was like 60 bucks, but well worth the investment. And I like its little case because everything stays correct. I got this NARS brush, which I love. I think it's the Yakio. Love this guy a lot. I want to get the Hakuhodo version though, but I do really like this one. And then this is my Surratt angled brush. This is fantastic. I love angled brushes. Fantastic for blush if you want to do a very precise blush or draping. It's really good for contour and bronzer. I love this guy so much. But let's get into probably the main reason why you guys want to be here. Although the other ones are expensive, let's get into my Wayne Goss face brushes and my Chikuhodo brushes, which is most of what you guys want to see. We're gonna start off with this guy, which is the newest brush, artist brush from Wayne Goss. It's this beautiful, kind of like an art piece. I rarely use this, but I do use it, and it works really well. It's just this beautiful brush. It holds really well. I did an entire unboxing kind of like mini review of it. Love this brush a lot, but it does stay in its little home. And this is from Wayne Goss, and these are limited edition. I don't know if they're available anymore, but you can get them on Beautylish if they are. So these are my Wayne Goss face brushes. This is the 11. It's a great powder brush, really good for blush and bronzer and buffing. This is the 12, again, same thing. If you guys want to see the difference I'm going to try and do comparisons with these as well, specifically ones that are really similar. So this one right here is the 12, this one right here is the 11. So there's these two. And then my ultra favorite, the Airbrush. I might buy a second one of these if they ever become available again. This brush is just a fantastic multitasker. So amazing, you guys. Love this one to bits. I bought one for my mom because she loves it. And then I have, this is the, what number are you? The 13. And let me put this up next to the 11 and the 12 so you can see the difference. Because sometimes if you look at pictures online, they all kind of look the same. So when you see them next to each other, you can kind of gauge the difference in size. These are a little bit thinner and kind of more dispersed. This is like chubbier. I like this one for contour. I really like this shape for contour. This is less precision contour, though. This is more kind of like loose contour. And then some of my favorite face brushes ever are these guys. This is the, what number are you? The 14. This is perfect for blush. And this is the fan brush. Oh my gosh, the 15. This is amazing for highlights. One of my favorite highlighting brushes and one of my favorite blush brushes. These guys are amazing. And if you were to get any wing Goss brush, I'm gonna go out there on a limb and get one of these. If you can get this guy, the Airbrush, get this one. But I know it's limited edition and sometimes they re-release it on very rare occasions, but these are more readily available. These guys are definitely worth picking up. They're so good. Last but certainly not least are my Chikuhodo Z-Series brushes. These are some of the most expensive brushes I've ever purchased. In fact, they are, but they are my favorite line of brushes, hands down. They do such an amazing job. They're so soft, they're so easy to use. I adore them. I really do. So we're going to start off with these guys. I have 6. Well, I have 5 and then I got one special one. This is the highlight brush. This is the cheek brush. I'm going to do a little quick comparison for all these guys. And this is the cheek highlight brush. So basically this one's a little bit longer and more tapered. This one's a little bit chubbier. And this one's kind of like in between. So there's these guys, and I forget the numbers of these, but I will list all of my luxury brushes below. I'm not going to list all of my brushes because that would be way too long, but the ones I think that you guys care about, I will list below, and if there's any brushes I don't list the name or number of and you're interested in, let me know in the comment section. But then let's get into my babies. You guys know that I love powder brushes. It's like my favorite thing. It's why I keep compulsively buying any type of face powder brush. But the Z-Series is special, and I first started off with the Z1. I believe this is the Z1. Love this guy. This is perfect for finishing powders. I specifically love to use this for the meteorites from Guerlain. And then this is the Z9. This is a comparison of the two if you guys were interested in seeing how they look. This one's fatter and shorter. This one is longer and kind of more spoon-shaped. Does that make sense? Kind of looks like a spoon to me. Anyway, these are these two. And then the last one I'm going to talk about is my P8 brush. And this is the Chikuhodo P8. I love this guy. This is so ridiculously soft. And I'm going to do a comparison for you guys. So we have the Z1, the Z9, and the P8. So you can see how big it is. It's like almost as big as my face. Well, you know, not really. I'm just being dramatic. And that's what they look like that. And this is so good at, again, finishing powder. It doesn't disturb your makeup. It's so soft. I love this one so much, and I love these guys so much. I love all these brushes. So those are my luxury brushes. I want to get some more. I want to get the Maki series, and there's a few from Cashoen, like the Royal brushes, that I really, really want, but we'll see if I want to drop that kind of money on brushes. But they are beautiful, and I do collect them. That's the other thing about this, guys. I have the brushes I use every single day, and then they have the brushes that I kind of collect. And I actually want to build a display to display the brushes that I collect, because I kind of have these as a collector, like a hoarder, you know? Kind of like how I collect fragrances and art and cats. I collect makeup brushes too. But that's my entire brush collection. I should amend that. That's my current brush collection, minus the Chikuhodo eyeshadow brushes, which are hiding somewhere in my house. But that's it. And that's why this video is long, because there's a lot. A lot. But you guys have been asking for a full video on my brush collection, and I figured you guys might like a few collection videos as well, because I am kind of a hoarder, and you know, maybe at least other people can look at my collection and realize, why would I ever do that to myself, and turn away and run if you ever think you're getting close to this. So maybe this will do some good. But I do really love makeup brushes. As you guys know, I'm an artist, I'm a painter, so I really appreciate brushes as a tool. I really like tools, and so it just kind of like, to me, brings me a lot of joy in that way. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, I'm going to list all the brushes below that are a little higher end, not so much the drugstore. If you guys want a review or a more in-depth description of any of these brushes, comparison videos, cost breakdown, anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. I'd be more than happy to go more in depth with anything you guys would want. This is just a quick, fun, by quick I mean long ass video of my brush collection. So because my brushes were clean and they're never all clean at the same time, I jumped on this chance. So if you want any more information, you can ask below, or you can request a video and I'll get to it in the future. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you guys like videos like this, beauty makeup videos, collection videos, give this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue doing videos like this. And also don't forget to subscribe, because it's free and I'm free, and I put out new videos every Monday through Friday, and sometimes on the weekends as well. So I'll always have something for you to watch. In any case, I hope you guys are all happy and healthy and have a great day, month, year, whatever. And I will see you next time.